Hi guys, right here on CASTED show. Welcome to another episode. Yeah, today we'll be discussing about we are always discussing about interesting topic. But today is very special because we have king and queen on our show today. So we have Queen Prissy. Queen Prissy, you're welcome. You can see that pretty lady there. She's very pretty. Queen Prissy happened to be the winner of Nigeria Most Pretty Queen. She won Miss Photogenic 2021, and currently she's holding the crown for Miss Universe, that is African Most Pretty Queen. So Prissy, that was a great one. She's very pretty to win those crowns. You look so pretty for that crown.
Much.
So yeah, we have King Peter. King Peter.
Hi.
Yeah, smile for me now.
Hi.
So yeah, welcome King Peter. King Peter is ex-king for King of African Heritage. Yeah. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So today we'll be discussing about a very important and a very controversial topic. So we'll be discussing about why will I do beauty pageants, or why should I be a beauty queen or a beauty king. So in as much as the topic sounds so motivating, there's so much hate to that question. So that's why today we have the king and queen to come and give us or tell us everything about this beauty pageant of fitting. So Prissy, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I don't know what to start. With. So how do you see beauty pageant? I just want to ask, let me first of all start like with your crown. I know you're holding the current crown for Miss Universe. How is the experience of a queen?
Okay, being a beauty queen is actually it's supposed to be seen as a privilege, because you are given an opportunity to represent the female gender as a beauty queen, and not just the female gender or the girl child. You are given an opportunity to represent the young ones, the youth as a whole. The main idea of beauty pageantry is to, the Robin Hood idea, take from the rich and give to the poor. Because normally, as a poor man, you can't walk up to a rich man's house and say, please, I need you to give me 1 million naira. They won't answer you. They won't pay attention to you. But that's one of the uses of the crown. The crown gives you a privilege. It gives you a platform to be listened to be welcomed, to be accepted by people that normally you won't be able to reach. So the crown is, like I said, a privilege for you to be able to use the platform you have to help those that cannot get to where you have gotten to.
That's nice. Let me cut you short there. I'm coming back. I'm going to give you hot now. But wait, let me talk to King Peter. I know you are the ex king for King of African Heritage. So how was the feeling and how is the feeling now?
I'm a beauty pageant king. It's sort of a platform that gives you an opportunity to walk in any office with the recognition of your sash or your crown on your head as the king of a pageant. And this beauty pageant of itself creates a lot of platform, like you're able to associate, so as the middleman between the rich and the poor, to intercede for them.
Yeah.
You're serving as an epitome.
Yeah.
When I mean epitome, it's not as a model people are looking up to, people like aspiring to be.
Okay.
Both the youth and the young ones.
Okay, let me cut you short there. So now we've done a proper intro about this beauty pageant. I want to start now with my own, because I have the squad that sent me to bring you to the show so that I can cast you.
So what is it all about?
Okay, hold on first. You just said that you're supposed to to Prissy, what Prissy said, Queen Prissy, you said that the beauty pageant give you the opportunity to be an intermediary between the people and possibly the worthy people.
Yes.
Now, I don't see that for most queen.
Why?
So you say that I think during your pet project you always say that you elevate the orphan, something like that. But after you win the crown, there's nothing. It's just your life. So I don't know if it's really worth it.
Okay, are you talking to me directly, or you're talking about beauty queens?
No, I'm talking about beauty queen. No, me.
Okay.
I've been around beauty queen, so I've seen after they win the crown, it's just their normal life. Everything
Okay.
about what they say is just like propaganda. Everything about what they've said
Yeah, exactly.
and what
Like-
they say that
like
they will do, they
Nigerian
don't do.
politicians.
Like
Exactly,
like politics. So
during campaign before
Yes.
election, you
So they
see
don't-
the politicians promising, I'm going to make good roads, I'm going to do this and that, but at the end of the day, there's always the bad eggs. There's always, even in politics, we have the good ones, we have the ones that are really willing to work,
Yeah.
but in the same politics, you have the bad eggs giving all politicians and giving politics in general a bad name. That's how it is in beauty pageantry. There are the bad eggs in beauty pageantry too. There are the fake ones. There are the ones that just come to get.
is it that the bad
go
egg?
after
Is it
the
that the
money.
bad egg are very many than the good
There are
egg?
not many.
Well, most times the
it's
bad
from the
ones
side
are
that you
always
seeing
much.
it. It's from the side
Is
that
that
you are
one?
seeing. Like from the angle that you are seeing it.
Or from the ones you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people that have engaged on this this pet project, going to the orphanage, going to the less privileged, going to other places like humanitarian activities. Yes, I've seen. But giving it a bad something that majority of beauty kings or queens after the show they will now go back and just start living their normal. No, it's not possible. One, it have to start from the management in particular.
Well, let's wait now. I want to now say something.
And you know that, sorry to cut you short, I know that a beauty queen or beauty king cannot go on his or her own. He has to have a sponsor.
Okay.
Because when I was doing a beauty pageant, that is why I said the crown on your head, it's as a symbol. It gives you that privilege.
The only time they see you people and your position is when you go to an official event.
It's
No,
not.
that's
No,
not
no,
true.
no, no,
that's it.
Okay, but
It's
you know
not,
that
it's
when
not.
like, okay, let me take Nigeria for example. In Nigeria, people believe if you want to do good, please just do good and know you've done good. If you are doing good and you are posting it and making people see, they'll say you are showing off.
Yes, that's true.
Hope you know. So I can tell you, I can take myself as an example. From all the crowns I've won, I've been on different community job. I've gone on different charity works personally and through my management. I'm telling you personally, like Christmas Day, normal days, not even any celebration. I go out to the road, I cook food with my money.
Wait, is that
I
not
share-
the normal routine that everybody can do even without being
Yes,
queen of-
everybody
You
can
cannot
do
see-
it,
you
but
cannot
at the
see-
same time, my brand, the pageant I'm under, we went after this current crown. I just won this crown in December last year, and I'm telling you that I've gone on how many charity works already, just from December. I have not posted, I've not updated my page yet because I have to wait for the official unveiling to be done and then post alongside the official page. So I can tell you I have gone to Makoko community in Lagos State already. I have
Makoko,
gone for
yeah.
Makoko community. We entered into the dirty water. We did not go there because we wanted to show off or wanted
Yeah.
to show people this is what we can do. We went there because our hearts actually went out to those people. And then we went into that place to see the kind of condition that these people are living in. And it's really not good at all. There are some of things you
are
don't
you sure your
even
heart
need to
really
post.
went down to those
Yes,
people?
our heart
Or it's
really went
just to promote
I'm
the brand
telling you,
for that.
tears. No, not okay. If it
You
was
hear
for
that,
the
right?
brand,
They did
we
not
would
put
have
it on that
posted
page.
already.
Yes, now,
you know,
give them
I
it.
would have posted on my Instagram page already. I'm sure if you go to my Instagram page, you won't even see a lot. But if you go to our official page, you'll see a lot of work that has been done by the queens, has been done. My own personal charity work I've done, I don't even post because I do it because I want to do it. Or because that is one of the reasons why I went into pageantry. So I can, because, okay, I know I may not have all the money to feed or reach as many people as I want. But I know that if I walk to an influential person and introduce myself as the queen, my crown already has paved the way for me to meet with that person, and then I'll be able to tell them this is what I have in mind, this is what I want to do for these people, this is how I want to reach out to this set of people, and they'll be more than willing. You see, these people are actually more than willing to do these things for us, but they don't know how to get to that place. Most times they don't even have the time. So seeing someone that's like an intermediary is like, okay, thank God, I can sponsor you with so amount, go and do the work you
Okay,
have to.
that's going to bring me to a very, very deep question that I want to ask you, and it's been asked by so many persons.
Okay.
Your crown, is it not making you vulnerable?
How do you mean vulnerable?
Like, you are exposed to meet maybe top personalities. Is it not making you vulnerable?
So what is the essence of the crown?
Eh?
Yes, what is
See, some people feel like when you win the crown, like you become vulnerable to people and they get to use you for maybe their own benefits. I don't really know.
But
No,
sorry
I strongly disagree with that.
But you're sorry, Mr. Visa, like, what can you just give me one word to describe someone as an epitome to the other people? Because when you are standing out as a model, as a beauty queen, that means you have to be exposed, like able to adapt or encounter a lot of people's in your terms. There are people that work with you, like getting to know the governors, the kings, or the traditional rulers of your area.
That's
And
what
you
I'm
said-
telling you now. The reason
Okay.
why some people want to, they feel like they want to engage in this beauty pageant stuff of everything. It's just so that they can have opportunity now to explore. If I say explore, now you should understand what I mean.
Big Brother Naija. What is the purpose of Big Brother Naija?
That's the same thing I'm saying. That
So
people they go Big Brother
Yes.
just to so that
Okay,
they can
so I think-
so that they can become popular.
I
and
think
so that
what
they
you are
can-
trying to say now is, human beings, you cannot judge one person's character. You can't judge everyone's character based on one person's decision or one person's
But when it
attitude.
becomes a major
There are a lot of
ideology,
people.
then
There are a lot of people that want to become famous or want to become popular, and they decide to go into pageantry. It doesn't mean that is the main point. It is their own personal bad traits.
Perspective, yeah.
It is their personal decision. It is their wrong. It is not a general wrong of all beauty queens or beauty kings. There are a lot of beauty queens. I will take myself for example. It takes a lot to take your stand as a woman, wherever you are, whether you are meeting top people, whether you are meeting rich men, whether you are where average people are. It takes a lot as a woman to take your stand and say, I will not do this, or I will do this. It doesn't matter what you come. So even if you are taken to a place where you meet those of men of high caliber and youth, if you can still take your stand and decide, I don't want to do anything against my principles.
unfortunately,
Of course
I have a very close friend. I don't want to mention her name. I don't want to mention the beauty pageant so that I don't kill the brand.
Okay.
She's very close to me. So she actually won the crown. Then after all, okay, there's something I will ask you guys, but I will not say it while I'm saying this. But she won the crown, and after a very long time, when she was supposed to hand over the crown to the next queen, so I had to have the opportunity to interview her, and she said so many things to me that the crown was really not worth it. The reason why is because what she did to get the crown was she actually regretted it, and also she herself, she's not feeling too bad because even what she saw that the other people did is even worse. I was like,
So what did she do to get the crown?
the
Okay, we really don't need to go into
No,
details
no,
because I can
let's
literally
go
understand what
to
you're
the
trying to
let's
say.
go.
See,
She
and-
gave her body art
Okay.
for the crown.
So that's something that happens whether you are even winning a crown or not, but it still is your personal decision. And any brand, any organization, any pageant brand that encourages or makes anyone go through that process or go through having to sell your body to win a crown, or sell your body to get sponsorship, or sell your body after you have won a crown, is supposed to be penalized, because that's why there's an association set up to
But-
make sure that those kind of pageants are really penalized. The name of the
So did
association
you-
is ABP.
ABP.
FEON. Yes, that's the name of the association.
But your association is not
So
popular.
are they being the sorry?
It's
Are they,
popular among beauty pageants.
are they being the queen?
Okay.
Are they being the queen, as you said, your friend that open up to this organization? That management that is responsible for that
Yes,
pageant will be
would have
penalized.
definitely been penalized.
And if you keep on giving your body for you to have a crown, that means
It means you yourself don't have principles.
You don't have that kind of ambitions, because if that you're a kind of aspiring model, you know that when you go to the international, you don't have to sleep with the management. You don't know them.
And that's
Because
what
like-
makes the difference between you and just any model. You are a
Yes.
beauty queen. You are supposed to be like a queen, like queen in real sense.
And
You are
stand
supposed
out
to
as
carry your
so
body
classy.
with honor, carry yourself with dignity.
So-
So if you have to stoop so low to sell your body for the crown, if they're not giving you the crown, then you don't need to be there. You should find other pageants that will actually not ask you to sell your body or bring any amount of money or bribe your way
Yes.
through to winning the crown.
Another reason why I feel like this beauty pageant is becoming a child play is because now we have so many pageants. We have
So many.
Miss Lagos, Miss Nigeria, Miss Edo
Miss
State, Miss
Plenty.
Ring Road, Miss. So now we don't even know. Even when you win crown, somebody can walk to me and say, "I'm a queen." Which queen you be? Sometimes you people are not even recognized. Like nobody knows you. It's just between you and your management. So because there are so many pageantry going on, and there's no one that is like we can hold on to that this is the pageantry. This queen are coming out from here, but queen are just coming out from everywhere. So I really do not know.
Sorry,
I don't know what's going on.
Sorry to say, do you know Maristara that went to Miss Universe last year?
Yes, I know her.
Thank you. Maristara did not started just going for intentional. It started from a low, from the scratch. If you know your worth, you work towards it. If you know your aspiration
But
in life,
my own
work
question
towards
is
it.
that we are seeing too many pageantry, like too many pageantry. Like I was opportune to be with a pageant team called, I think they did Miss Culture. That was around 2019 or so, Miss Culture. Then in another pageantry, I saw that somebody won Miss Culture inside another pageantry. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. It is just complicated.
Sorry, Miss Culture inside another pageant. I don't understand.
Like there was a pageantry that was held. It was called Miss Culture. It was done in the University of Benin. So it was a big pageantry. So inside that pageantry, I think they had up to like, is it 3 winner? How you put it?
Okay, yes, the
Yeah, so
world.
they
the
have Miss.
vast
I
and
think they have Miss
international.
Heritage inside Miss Culture. They have Miss something like that. So then the winner is now the Miss Culture. Then inside another pageantry, I've forgotten the name of that one. Inside they have the runner up as Miss Culture. Like, what's going
Yes. Okay. So let me explain that to
on?
you.
So what's happening?
Okay. I normally beauty pageant names are usually carved out of the whole idea. Like, what's the idea behind it? I believe the Miss Culture pageant.
Before you continue,
Okay.
now we are having 2 Miss Culture in one.
Yes, you know that I can contest in let me say, okay, my own pageant was okay, the first pageant I won a crown in, let me just go there. It's called Beauty with Brains. That was in 2020. Now, Beauty with Brains, there are different aspects of, let me say the idea was to find a beautiful queen that also has brains.
Okay.
So the idea was to get different aspects of the brains. You can be very brilliant when it comes to culture. You can be very brilliant in handwork. You can be very... So in that pageant, we had different crowns. We had the Miss Culture crown. We had the Miss Industrious crown. We had the Miss Influential crown. There are different names according to the qualities they are seeing in the queens, or the qualities they want to award you for.
Even the Miss Photogenic that you won in 2021.
Yes.
I think I have a friend that won Miss Photogenic.
As a pageant name, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the pageant was based on finding the most photogenic.
But is it
among
not
all.
complicating having, you would just come to Miss, you see Miss Culture, Miss Culture, Miss Culture.
That's
So-
why you have the difference. You have Miss Photogenic Nigeria Most Pretty Queen, Miss Photogenic of Nigeria Most Pretty Queen pageants.
And there is no
You
two
have
pageant
the
can
winner
answer to
of-
name.
Exactly.
It can't.
So it is not Miss Photogenic pageant. It is the Miss Photogenic crown I won in the Nigeria Most Pretty Queen pageant. So now I won the
category
Miss
that she
Universe
won
crown
is budget,
in the Africa Most Pretty Queen pageant. Miss Universe in this particular pageant is the first runner-up. That's the second position after the winner.
Okay. So now enough. Now we've seen most, I think pageantry is mostly captured or maybe surrounded by female. Now I want to now come to King Peter.
Okay.
You contesting the pageantry, how do you feel? Just the catwalk for stage with your nyash.
sorry to cut you. It's not about catwalking. Because I know.
How are you feeling? I want to know how you are feeling.
I'm so sorry. This is wrong. That it's kind of the mindset that you have here in Benin. You're not intentional. Like, you also have male pageants. Like, male pageant of 18 has taken me to somewhere that I'm now today. Like, office that I'm been to. You say you have not crossed the office for in your life.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
So,
this time.
Wait.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So it's not about catwalking on stage. It's your potentials. I've met a lot of people that in my friend were like, how do you able to meet this kind of person?
But see, were you happy with the fact that you were competing, or is it like you have guests in that pageantry, have you?
This is a male pageant.
Okay, it was a male pageant,
Yes,
sorry.
only male pageant.
Okay, but how are you feeling like contesting as a king in that pageant?
Yes, I contested a pageant because I have that inspiration of being.
Were you not feeling any form of shyness like that?
I'm not
No,
feeling-
because it's mostly guests.
Can I ask you a question,
No, people that does it, people that does
Yeah,
male pageants, they see them as gay.
No.
Okay, can I ask you a question, please?
Okay,
No.
continue.
Wait, sorry,
Okay.
excuse me. Do you know, as ladies, we usually feel beautiful. Most of us feel beautiful, right?
Yes.
As a man, do you feel like you look good?
He's not looking good.
Because if you feel
You
like
give
you
me
look
photo.
good, I don't know why you should not be proud enough to go out and show it. You are not
No,
trying
that's
to
why-
act
that's
like
why
a
I said-
woman.
that's
You
why I
are
said-
showing your manliness.
No, that's
you
why
are
I said
displaying your
pageantry now
manliness.
is
Yeah.
mostly surrounded around female. So
It's not mostly surrounded around females. It's what
please
you
try
know.
to change it your mindset for goodness sake. Please try to be international.
Okay, sir. I will do King, sir.
At least thank God for social media now. We are being exposed to a lot of things going on. So I'm sure if not for social media, you probably wouldn't have known that there is a male pageant, something called the male pageant.
No, I know there's a male pageant. What I'm saying is that people that does male pageants, they see them as gay.
Why?
No.
But they don't come out to catwalk. They showed off their manliness.
The male gender, like we that are normal like this, we that don't do pageantry. If we see somebody doing pageantry,
what
like,
abnormal thing do you think men do? What abnormal thing you think happens in male pageantry?
It's just normal, but it's like they start acting like female.
No, they don't. That's the mistake you are making. That's the idea you have in your head.
The capture of the male pageant. You are been to a lot of female pageant that you have that kind of mindset, like because of catwalk. You don't look catwalk on stage. Catwalk does not end in that particular stage. I have to go with my search to meet different offices that I want to apply for. In Anambra State, I've been to so many offices. No, wait, calm down. Okay, let me give you an example. This guy, Alessi Kubo, was once Mr. Uniport. Then, when he was still in school, I gave him that platform to become an actor today. Then Prince Nelson, that went to People Nigeria last 2 years, was once a G2 king. So it gives the male a platform to meet a lot of people. Utiwachiku is once a beauty pageant of a thing. So you saying that male pageant is categorized like they have that abnormal sense of because of being gay is irritating to the ear. Okay. Because you as a normal being, like a human being, like a man, you feel like you have the potential, you feel like you can showcase your body, like you have the six pack, you have the boldness, you have the charisma, you can go in and contest for a male pageant. Okay,
I think I understand that better. But I'm just saying because some people believe that some people are whispering to my ear and they are calling me a phone. I have to fire you. I told you that before the start of the show.
Nobody is whispering to your ear. It's just the local mindset that you have. Okay. Try to be international.
Hello guys. They said I have a local mindset. For the people that I represent, please see, they are killing me here on show on the show. But let's move forward. You see, I've seen during let's say during your during your pageant activity or stuff.
The camping period.
Yeah, I've happened to be involved in the process, so I've seen the stress that is involved in from the beginning to the ending of getting a crown. So I was feeling it's really worth it. There's no stress. You're saying there's no stress.
Yeah, there is a lot of stress.
But you know, see, it's worth it because I admit that we have up to 6 or 7 contestants. You cannot tell them to come that day that you are doing the event because you have to stay in camp. You're able to study their behavior, the way they do, their manners, the way they talk. The way they organize themselves.
Do you think you can study somebody's behavior and manner in just 1 week?
Yes. Me. How? See, there is one kind of person I have seen for the first time. Is the way you talk, the way you just approach me. I already read everything about you. That is my life. So, person that will come to the camp like up to 3 days or 4 days, you can able to detect whether that person is neat or not. Whether that person is so careless of his or her life, or the person is not that kind of person that cannot hold the crown. What we are looking up to a pageant king or a pageant is person that can hold the crown stable, the boldness, the charisma, the classicness of a human. Are you getting the point? So any stress that you're undergoing during camp, it really worth it. Me, I undergo that stress.
Okay, now let me explain to you why that stress is important. Okay. You know, there are a lot of things you will not see by just meeting. Like if you don't know me before, we just met, we just came out and we talked and we left, you will not know a lot of things. Even if you put me and 10 people in a room or in a house for just 1 week, we can all pretend, definitely.
Yes.
We can pretend for 1 week and you will not see my true character. But by the time you put me under pressure, by the time you make me go through a lot of stress, I will start to show you that I'm rude. By the time you make me sweat and give me a lot of punishments and make me not to sleep early at night, and then you are shouting at me and making me follow others, you will see that I can be very disorganized. So there are a lot of things that end up coming out. Now, as a beauty queen, you need to be a model. You know what a role model means. You are supposed to be someone that people can look up to, people should want to be like.
Yeah.
So if you are rude, you cannot be a beauty queen. And that is why even when we are in camp, we have chaperones. We have people that are watching and are scoring.
Yes.
They score your attendance. They score how prompt you are to come out for meetings, come out for activities. They score how you relate with your contestants and how you relate with your management. Some people, I'm telling you, you will see a lot of rudeness in camp. A lot. You will see girls that normally you will think, oh, this girl looks very fine. But at the end of the day, you will see how she would speak just because of a little pressure that she has been put on her. Or maybe she's very tired. And then one member of the management comes and calls you and says, come here, I want to talk to you. You need to see the way some people snob. Because when you're already tired, you cannot hide your true feelings anymore. You will just be like, oh God. Some people cry. I cried to get to this crowd. I cried.
It's not about being strong.
If you know the kind of stress
because if I know the money, you have to. If I know the money, I'm going to. You have to sleep. There's nothing that you put me.
At a point, I had to start. I was even trying to explain that this thing you are telling me I did not do it, but they did not listen to me. I cried, but I knew that I'm going after something, and I'm normally not a rude person, so I just had to bear it because every other person was enduring. So why can't I? I had to endure. I received punishments. I did press ups. I'm very sure I would have gotten muzzled if I had done more. But I did a lot of press ups.
But you do know the stress that you're talking about. The judges that will come for the event to judge you that day, they don't make use of what you did on stage. The result is the sum of your camp activities.
That's what they'll be giving to. They just lead to like 10% or 15% is what happens on stage. So when people come to a beauty pageant and say, oh, this girl is very fine, now she walked away, her dress is fine, you will know that all that is not only what matters. The girl with the most beautiful dress or with the best work might have been the most rude person in camp. So she might have been the most dirty person in camp.
So what they are doing just to fulfill righteousness. What we are looking
you need to be an all-rounder.
Yes. What we are looking up to is a person that has that charisma in a queen. You know what a queen means or a king means? The boldness. Like it means all about opinion. You see the like whenever he comes out, you see the gloriousness of a man.
You should be someone that is qualified to lead people, because that is what you're automatically becoming.
Okay. During the process of winning the crown, there's so much money spent. Yes. So sometimes I kind of imagine, like, why will you go spend so much money for such a crown that is not even worth the money that you have spent?
That is why I used to. You have to develop this your mindset. Sorry to say this, because the current. Let me give you an example. Because of we Nigerians does not cherish this pageantry of it stuff. Go to Philippines, go to Venezuela, go to Italy, go to other countries like South Africa. Okay, the universe we have this 2022 that we did around January. How much was Ginga for the winner? A crown that is made of diamond. A lot of money there.
No, that one is.
Calm down. That's why you have to develop. We're not seeing.
Okay, sir.
We are looking up to an international pageant, so you have to start from the scratch to groom yourself in a proper standard that you have to meet up to the international standard.
So that's what I'm saying now. Sometimes
you do not say that the money spent does not worth it, because you do not know what happens. Because all those endorsement deals you'll be getting is your account and the money that will be receiving it. So you could, like, I'll even that the ticket that you set ticket of 2 million naira at the end of your terms or your tenure as a beauty queen, you have a gain of 10 million. Is that not a huge amount of money?
Besides that, there are some pageants that are purely charity. You have to spend money, yes, because the pageant needs to be run, as in they need to pay for the hall, they need to pay for this, they need to get a decorator, they need to
I think that's where I'm coming from.
They need to buy fuel. So most times, most of the money that we spend, we the contestants spend, is it's not if you even calculate, it's not even up to what the management will
Yeah.
spend.
Give you. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not even up to what they
Don't
will
be faster
spend.
than your
Okay,
shadow.
if you are going
Okay,
to
thank you, sir.
if you're going to win, if you are hoping to win 100,000,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day you spend 200,000, your 100,000 plus his 100,000 plus my 100,000 might not be even enough to
Yeah.
organize the whole event itself. Not to talk of paying you the 100,000 naira cash prize.
If the
That
man-
is where
if I'm a
sponsor.
management,
That's
I want to
hold
wait.
on,
But sorry,
please.
but sorry to cut it short. Like the money that you're paying, I didn't be like, okay, Mr. Evans, can you come and contest with my pageant without no fees, without no campaign fees, without any other fees attached to
And
it?
you win the crown.
You will not know the worth of the crown that you're putting
Exactly.
on your head. So
And
you have
besides, if
to
you know
pay-
what you are going after,
Yeah.
I went into pageantry solely because I want to be able to. I have goals. I have plans I have put in place that made me to go into pageantry. I have a lot of people I want to reach out to. I'm talking about children mostly. That's my area of specialization. I have a lot of children, and it's not in the normal go and share food to them, go and give them school books. That is not the kind of my project is free Montessori education for schools. I know that I need to reach out to as many children as possible, but I cannot go and teach each child one by one. I have to reach out through schools. I have to reach out through teachers. I have a degree in Montessori proficiency, and I'm planning to use that. So I needed the platform that will help me with the funds I need to be able to reach as many states in Nigeria as possible.
Yeah.
If I can get to Lagos State and go to their Ministry of Education, go to the Ministry of Youth, and they give me sponsorship,
Yeah.
and I'm able to go to a school and do a full training, Montessori training for their staff, for the teachers. All that will cost me money, of course, logistics, getting the materials, getting the facilitators and all, to be able to teach them a better way of making education more interesting for children. Trust me, if you see a Montessori classroom, if you see a Montessori class going on, you will want to go back to school.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you will regret the way you learnt whatever you learnt in school. You will. That's why I don't know if you've seen the American school before.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah,
how
yeah.
smart their kids are?
Yeah.
Have you seen that a small child that cannot even write 1 to 10 can tell you who the president of his or her country is, can tell you a lot of things that even you as an adult would not imagine that child will know. That is what Montessori method of teaching does. So imagine I want to be able to spread this type of teaching now. I have learnt about it. I want to spread it. How will I be able to do it? Will I just walk up without the crown now? You think I will just go to government house and they will allow me to enter? Of course not.
They will
Or you
not.
think I'll just go to Nestle company and go and knock and say I want to see the manager? They'll ask me, who are you? But if I go with my crown and my sash,
But you're holding the crown for 1 year.
Yeah.
yes, and a lot is achievable in that 1 year.
Yes, you have. If that
Even if you are not able to accomplish everything or reach all the states at the end of the day, you have
at
already made
least-
the connections.
At least 70%.
You have already
or
made the
80.
connections. When I drop this crown, I can continue my work, because that was the whole idea in the first place. So if I think of what I am going to be able to achieve at the end of the day, I don't mind spending any amount of money I have to spend to get there, because I know that it's a step to reaching my goals. So most times the money is not usually the problem, except it's just money you are going after. Except you are just concerned about the cash prize you are going to get
Yeah.
from winning the pageant. That is when you should start thinking about how much you are going to spend. Then I would advise you, don't be penny wise, pound foolish.
Yeah.
You need to calculate. If you are going to spend 1 million naira to win 500,000, it's a very foolish
Yeah.
decision.
So,
That's if you are going after the money. If it's
Yeah.
just the money. But at the same time, when you get the money, when you get the 500,000, by the time you go to this government house and they give you thanks for coming, 100k, and you go to this one, they give you thanks for coming, or you now finally get sponsorship, and in the whole process money comes to your pocket, there's no way. Or you now get endorsement deals because you have become a queen or a king suddenly, and you become popular, you get endorsements, you get ambassadorship deals. Come on, you'll be making a lot of money.
So
you will not remember the 1 million naira
so
you spent
everything
again.
you just said now just reminded me about something.
What?
You were Miss Photogenic for 2021.
Yes.
As Nigeria Most Pretty Queen.
Yes.
So you said that it will give you the platform to do so. So
Yes.
for the 1 year that you were Miss Photogenic, what did you do?
I did a lot, trust me.
Can
I
you
was
live-
able to reach a lot. I was able to I'm currently now a member of Edu Food in Lagos, because my brand is in Lagos, so most of the things I've been doing have been in Lagos. And even at that point, I'm living in Benin City. Just imagine, I'm living in Benin, and I had a lot of activities in Lagos State, and I was even still a student at that time. So you can imagine how I had to be managing my education, my business, my crown, and traveling to Lagos. I couldn't meet up with there were a lot of activities, a lot of programs, a lot of events set up for me, a lot of meetings, but I wasn't able to meet up with all of them. That's why I told myself, you see this second one, I'm going for it, and I'm going to make sure I make good use of it. But trust me, through Nigeria Most Beauty Queen, I was able to join the Edu Food, and I was able to reach out to a lot of children. I have pictures of that already on my Instagram page. We reach out to a lot of schools. I did not know, if not for that as organization I joined, I did not know that there were schools in Lagos State, a whole Lagos as we see it, that are so bad that look like they are inside gutter.
Are you serious?
This is on the normal streets, not even in the Makoko area.
Lagos.
This is in Lagos State. I went to schools. If you see where children are and they're calling in schools where they are learning, I'm like, are you serious? And these are kids, small children, and they are so excited to see that they are being given one slice of one stick of banana. Like, they are so excited to be given one sachet of cornflakes, and you see these children are very appreciative, and most of them are so brilliant that you even wish you could pick them and bring them out and showcase them to the world. There are so many of them. So I was able to reach out to a lot of places like that. I was able to go on a lot of charity work. I know I was not able to do enough. That's why I decided I was going back a second time and going for a higher crown. And trust me, this crown I've won in just less than, is it even up to a month? I don't think I won this crown on the 11th of December. Okay, I think it's just about a month plus now, and I've gone on like 3 different charity works already. So I am being serious, and I'm already going to meet a lot of personalities. I'm already planning my sponsorship, trying to get sponsorship for my project, and I'm planning to start work as soon as possible. I've put all plans in place already, so trust me, you will hear from me soon.
Okay, so do you have anything to say again?
So that same question goes to you. What have you done? You're King of African Heritage.
Yeah, that was
2019. What did you do?
There are many things
What
that
did
I've
you
done, like things of getting to monitoring the activities, like getting to the orphanage, getting to the school. Like, like where I grew up, like the place is so developed, like education system, like going to different, teaching them about the youth age, the sex orientations, and many other things that need for them to.
And all those things are important too.
But why is it that everything
important.
about pageantry is you people are always channeling your energy to children?
He didn't talk about children just now.
He said he
You
went to
don't
school.
Yet this now don't talk about children. Talking about secondary, talk about sex educations. You educate the young one, like the secondary from SS1 to
But you can do those things without even going for a pageant.
You can't.
Do you have the money to do?
Sorry to cut you
except
short.
you can't.
Wait, so even him like this go to any school to go.
I can go now.
You can't.
Have you
can't.
gone?
No, you can't.
If I have a mandate to do it, or if I have the Z to do it, I can
said,
go. But that's not part of my plan.
What umbrella that is covering you that you can go to the school and work in and start teaching?
If I go to the school and tell them I want to educate your people about sex,
you can't.
And
you
maybe
can't.
Okay, how should they trust? How should they trust that you are going to give the right information to the children?
There is no umbrella that is covering you.
What brand? What assurance will you give them?
So what you're saying now is that I must be.
No, you have to come under a trusted brand, a brand they know that they can go to when you misbehave or when you when you default or when you teach their children the wrong thing. They should be able to report you to someone that will hold that. They should have someone that will be held responsible.
Okay.
So you just cannot walk into a school like that. Like, I want to teach sex orientation. For what? And
trust me, it's not like it's only children will go to. There are different. There is mental health awareness. It's not only for children. I know queens that have done campaigns on mental health awareness, on neatness, hygiene. Personal hygiene is not for only children. It is general. I've seen people that have done campaigns. It's not only going to share food and all that we do. It's not only going to share size books. There are a lot of things that are done. There are campaigns that are done. There are sometimes you need to lecture some people. There are skill acquisition trainings that have been going on. There are a lot of things. There are employment opportunities that have come out from true beauty queens. I know a beauty queen that she learned how to make paint. We contested in the same pageant. She won a crown too. We learned how to make paint. She learned how to make paint. She knows how to make paint before she came to contest. She won a crown and used her crown to open a factory where they make paint. First, she did a skill acquisition training, taught people how to make paint, opened a factory, because through the sponsorship she got, opened a factory and employed over 30 people making paint. She has solved at least part of Nigeria's unemployment issues. So it's not only children that will go to, it's just the ones you know, like I said, the ones you know, the ones you have seen, or the ones you have come across are the ones you talk about.
I know you are still active now because you hold a crown currently. So, but for those that don't hold crown again, I'm talking about King Peter.
Like it's
So
just
how's your life now after this crown? After the crown stuff,
my life.
do you still feel you were a king, or is now his
Sorry.
normal life?
My life was
Bro.
like it's not the same like I as before I won the crown. Like I have to meet a lot of people, have a lot of contacts, can go places that I wanted to go with my
No, I
names.
mean then you could go
even
many
even
places.
to up to this moment,
Because
even
after-
today,
Why I'm asking
even
is,
even to
wait,
today
now why I'm
and
asking this
tomorrow.
question, she's going to drop the crown maybe after the year end.
Yeah.
Now you are going to you are going to face life squarely. You are going to now face it directly. So that's what I'm asking you. You now you are ex king
Yeah.
of African heritage.
Yes.
So how's your journey or your life been after your crown?
Like it's when I would say like I make use of my crown when I was king of African heritage. I'm able to do some certain things like meeting a lot of people, having some encounters, having a lot of meetings, and that even though when I dropped the crown, life still move on. Like I'm still,
Do you still feel you were a king?
yes, I'm still recognized.
Do you still feel it?
Yes, I'm still like we were walking to an event that knows me well. Like King Peter is here, all this kind of thing. I also judge the pageantry. I've judged sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Federal something College of Education in Subway. Up to there are 2 times. The one was 2020, the other one was 2020 and 2021. So like now I'm just being as they don't call me as a judge to come and judge the beauty pageant.
So it's nice, George.
And many
After
other
a player, you
things.
can become a coach.
Exactly.
So
You
still
can become a
relevant.
coach. Have you've seen our past presidents? You've seen Obasanjo. Obasanjo is still relevant in Nigeria. You've seen name say Tinubu. Tinubu is still very even
Yeah.
before contesting as
Yeah.
president. He has still been very relevant
So now
in
let's take it
Nigeria.
personal. I think we'll now maybe run to the end of this show shortly, but let's take it personal now. So can you, or is it possible to hold the crown and still get married?
No.
No.
So if I have feeling now, if I have feeling for somebody, the queen are very, very beautiful. So you people attract so many men. So if people come to you now that no, I want marry you now.
Okay, let me explain this queen part.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. It's very okay if you feel you want to get married now. You can drop your crown. It's not bad
must
to
drop your
drop your
crown
crown.
before you marry.
Yes, because the reason why it's not allowed for a married person to hold the crown is your duty when you're holding a crown is to the community.
Yeah, like you are serving the community.
Most of the time, you have to be out for events, you have to be out for meetings, you have to be out for charity work. You will not have time for your family.
Yeah.
So the best time to go into pageantry is before you. Nobody wants to spoil your family.
Yes.
Of course, the brand does not want to make you have issues with your husband
Yeah.
or neglect your children, because they know that there is a lot of work attached to it. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of, sometimes you might have to travel. If I'm going to be able to reach out to schools all over Nigeria, you know I will be doing a lot of traveling, because I'm in Benin City now. I will travel to Lagos State. I will travel to Ondo State. I will travel to Osun State. I will travel to Kaduna.
So
I will keep traveling. So
Yeah.
there's no way I will have
Wait
time
now,
for my
wait
family
now.
if I'm always
So
traveling
as
like that.
what you are saying now, you are telling me that you are single. That's what you are saying.
Yes, now I'm single. I'm not married.
So
I'm not married.
So that means even with the crown now, you know,
No.
even when guys they your DM now, you know they give them attention, they bullshit them.
No, it's not about
You don't
it's not
need
about
to
pushing
bullshit
them. You know
them.
that someone
Why
cannot
will
take
you
it
do
out
that?
while you are still putting the crown.
Eh?
You can have a fiancé,
Okay.
but you cannot.
If you are
Get
ready
married.
to get married, it is very okay for you to drop your crown.
Period.
Very okay. It's not
The-
a bad thing. It's not a disgrace. So it's not a bad thing. Everyone will know that, okay, you are deciding to get married
Yeah.
and you drop your crown. It doesn't mean your work as a queen still has to stop. If you want to continue reaching out to people, you already made your connections. If you happen to become, maybe to be appointed into one political position now, and you're able to meet the president, you're able to know the governor, you're able to know a lot of people in the House of Assembly and all, when you finally drop that position after your tenure is over, will you lose those contacts? Will you drop the contacts too?
No.
Of course, you will continue using them to continue the work you already started. And because you already have a backlog of good records, maybe you already have, they already know that, okay, they sponsored you before and you did this and did that.
Yeah.
Even without a crown, if you go back to them again, you already have their number, you already have
Just
their
a
contacts.
platform.
If you still go back, you already have the platform. You've already met them.
Okay.
So if you still go back to them and say, I still want to do this project, of course, they can still sponsor you. It's not just about the crown. The crown is to give you the opportunity to meet them.
Okay.
Now you have met them, make good use of it, whether you still hold the crown or not.
But I'll tell you something. I'm going to give an example. You know Bianca Ojukwu?
Bianca.
Yes, Miss
Yes, I know
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Then Bianca Ojukwu, when you won Miss Nigeria, Ojukwu, who was late now, like was interested in her. Well, you don't have to drop the crown because you wanted to marry to Ojukwu. He has to carry the crown for 1 year before he now gets married to Ojukwu. So
And there is an agreement signed.
you have to sign an agreement with the management that you're not going to get married because of your crown. You're serving the public. You're serving as a representative, like a middle person between the intercessor between the poor and the rich. People are looking up to you. And you know that way you get married with the crown, probably because of your body, you might get pregnant easily. And it will suddenly affecting your career, your ambitions as a pageant queen.
And as a model already, you are no longer you no longer have that modelship. Apart from that, relationships can have ups and downs. Yeah. And as a public figure, you don't want any scandal spoiling your tenure. You don't want any scandal. You can decide to go into marriage now while you are okay. Just imagine you go into marriage while you are holding the crown, and then something happens. Issues can come up. You don't know what happens. Yeah. Maybe something happens. And then you have issues in your marriage. That is, the whole what they call them again, paparazzi. They are all waiting to see. Once you become a public figure, paparazzi are waiting to see your downfall. They are waiting to see that small mistake, which will be a normal thing for any other person. For you, it's no longer a normal thing because you have become a public figure.
You ought to be.
Who said so?
Is it that
Who said so? Who said so? Just see.
No,
please. I'm getting like this is just penny because I don't understand your mind. Wait. I don't understand your local mindset.
It's not about.
Wait, calm down. Calm down.
Okay, King.
Calm down. Let me use example like beauty that went for people in Nigeria.
It was because of everybody in Nigeria. That's why we knew
it's a lie.
That
beauty was sorry to cut it short. Beauty like that means that you don't have an idea what's happening in this country. Because I didn't know beauty before.
Okay, hold on. I think the issue he's having is what you know is what you choose to know.
Yeah.
If you have interest in football, there's no player I should mention now that you would not know.
Yes.
Okay. If you have interest in politics, there is no politician I should mention now that you will not know. So if you had interest in beauty pageants and you are following up different beauty pageants and their queens and kings, of course you will know these people.
But people are public figure now, so the public should know you. Even the name should know you.
Excuse me, they are public figures, right?
You don't know.
Do you know? What kind of music is what genre of music do you prefer?
Me,
Afrobeat, right? Yeah. Okay, so now let me ask you about someone that is a public figure. So you are going to tell me about the person, but the person doesn't do Afrobeat. The person does hip hop. Should I go on?
Okay.
Because this person is also a public figure. Yeah. If I mention the name, of course, there are lots of people that will know him. So you need to tell me all you know about this public figure. Yeah. Future is a public figure, right?
Yes.
What do you know about Future?
Oh.
Do you get the point I'm trying to make now?
Okay. Maybe because I'm alone in this show. Essie needs to come. We need backup. Backup. Essie, you need to come to this show. So, guys, I feel like I should go on and on with you guys, but you people are great. I feel like maybe after this show, I'll go and think about everything that you've said.
Well, so we have to go back again. Set your mindset.
I'm going to get interested in beauty pageants and start finding out about.
But you will still have to think about my own too.
That's why I understood. I said it's probably because it's not what you have interest in. That's why you don't know.
Any Asha. Guys, please don't forget to follow our channel. Always subscribe, please, and share our videos. Thank you, guys. See you guys in the next episode.